I am here, and I'm back for action. Now, I got one question for you. Is you better bad? Is you better bad? Is you better bad? I'm sorry, fool. I'm tired. I ain't slept, fool. I'm my bad. My bad. Okay, what we're here for today is the Kool Moe Dee's report card. I gotta do it better. The Kool Moe Dee's report card. You gotta really put the bam in there. And what we need today is we need the grades, man. I need grades from y'all. I need feedback from y'all. Now, as you watch this video, on my opinion, my feedback is my grade. At the end, we're gonna average it out and we're gonna give them a final grade because it's not just my opinion that matters here. Yours matters as well. You know what you're here for. If you don't know what you're here for, then you need to subscribe and you need to get in on this series. You need to go to DMX and grade him, and you need to grade Jay-Z because now we're 3 in deep and you are missing out on this action. Alright, now that we've gotten that out the way, we are on to Master P, one of the richest in the game. If you want to talk about rappers and money, like technically, I think if I'm not mistaken, he's probably the richest one on this list. And hold on, fool. This is one they all talk about. A lot of y'all sleep on Master P, fool. But business wise, dog, he makes stuff happen. Like a lot of these things that people talking about, he was already branding. He was already telling you wear your own stuff. He was already in movies, making his own movies in the hood. People talking about he was already doing it. He was already selling thousands and thousands of CDs. This man had, his son was on a show on Nickelodeon. Dog, this man's, I could have sworn he was like in the NBA too for a period of time. Like this man here has done a lot. I mean a lot. And really, I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all need to put some respect on his name. But without further ado, let's get started. So, on vocabulary, it's a 6. Articulation, 7. Creativity, 7. Originality, 10. Versatility, 7. Voice, 8. Records, 7. Stage presence, 7. Sticking to themes, 9. And innovating rhythms, 8. This is what I'll give you, right? Now, we're going to start with vocabulary. Definitely on the vocabulary, I say 6 because it was more in the South rap. They didn't really, in the South, it wasn't really all about all that super lyric rap and all of that. So I'll say about 6 on the vocabulary. Articulation, he said it. He got his point across. Creativity, it was 7, 8ish. 7, 8ish. That's pretty accurate too. I can't argue with that. Originality, yeah, I'd have to give him a 10 because I really, him when you hear him. 9 or 10, him when you hear him. It's not a question of is that Master P. You better buy. I don't know why I say it like that. I'm sorry. I've been awake too long. Okay, versatility 7. Yeah, his versatility. He's not a very versatile artist. I'd give him maybe a 6, 7, but that's about right. Voice. I'm gonna have to start setting the time for this so people don't call me in the middle of reviewing these. But let's continue. Now, let's go and get that out of my way. Get that out. All right, now for the voice, 8. Okay, records 7, stage presence 7. Yeah. He got about a C plus. And honestly, as a rapper, I don't have an argument with that because he is, in my opinion, Master P is when it comes to rapping, he will fall under C plus. Like he passes because he has had hits and he has had a point in time where he's had 2 songs on the radio at once, and he did do so much to the point to where the labels came to see him. But artistry wise or artist wise, he's not really somebody who you would say, man, he's just out here killing it. He's cool though. He's cool. He passed. 7. I can see that. That rank is pretty accurate. But what I'm gonna go ahead and do for those of you who may not know, or if you're younger and you're born in the 90s or you're born in the late 2000s, I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you. Now, what I will say is, if you're not an adult or you're not familiar with the culture, this is not something that you'll kind of pick up like that or understand much because that era was a lot different. You know, that's coming right out of the D-Boy era. So a lot of the structure of the game, which again, for originality, I'd probably have to dock him a few points. I'd probably have to dock him and give him probably about an 8, only because everybody was rapping like that at the time. I'm not too sure who did what first specifically, but everybody had that thuggish, ruggish type of beat rap. Everybody was rapping like that at that time. I don't know if that's because of him. I don't know if that's just because of the era, that whole MC 8 style. That, you know what I'm talking about. If you unfamiliar, this is probably, just stick around, man. Just look, stick around, man. Ain't nobody excluded. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fill you in. If you unfamiliar, I'm gonna fill you in, and then you can do your independent research and check stuff out yourself, man. I ain't trying to exclude nobody. Come on over here, man. But don't you dare rate nobody until you give them a thorough listen. That's one thing I will tell you. Don't come over here rating nobody and you ain't gave them no fair listen. This is for people who take hip hop and rap serious. So please be sure to be familiar with their catalog before you rate them or you leave their grade below. Alright? Because it's the honor system. I ain't about to cross-reference nothing. That's the honor system. So when I do these numbers, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be what it's going to be. So, you know, do right. But here's a few joints from him, just in case if you are unfamiliar with his catalog.
Pack a heat, cause I'm paranoid at nighttime. Brothers be pulling jacks, I'm in the hood, busting gangster rhyme.
Shreveport, Mississippi, how you do that there? Alabama, Atlanta, how you do that there?
Body.
That mean you body.
We say you body.
Commander-in-Chief, if fools run up wrong, nigga, I'm knocking out some teeth.
Uptown New Orleans, where them thugs gon' find me.
My dedication and my study of the sword was for no one but myself. Until now.
You better bet I'm out no more.